icy, freeze, photo.
Welcome back to another video from Street Ride. I know it's been a very long time since I put out any content on YouTube. A lot of life things have happened. You know, I did lose a lot of motivation when I had lost my blue belt, but you know, slowly but surely, I started getting back into it, and here I am now, bringing you some more content. So 034 decided to finally drop their S34 intake, and I was on the chat line with them immediately saying, yo, I need one. Let me get on a list, whatever it takes. And so they delivered, and I got one. Now I've already opened it up and looked at it and everything like that, so I'm gonna do a quick install video for you. Let's go over the different parts it comes with, all right? Kind of already know what's in here, but let's pretend like I'm unboxing it. So you're gonna get your carbon fiber shroud. Air would come in here from your little force ram. Filter would sit through here, and you would kind of bolt it down there. Next, you have your Super Duper piping. So it's pretty big. You have the coupling that sits between the filter and the intake piping. Of course, we got the 034 big as I don't know what intake filter. Got one of our mounting brackets that says it's optional. 034 says it's because it can be tough to install, but we're gonna get it installed. And hopefully I can show you an easy way to get it installed. Then we have our mounting hardware. Like we have a fastener, like an Allen key. I'll go over the tools that 034 says you need to do this install. We'll get going. All right, so I already have their P34 intake that looks like it's coming off here. It's not already off, so you know, bad install on my behalf. Or it may have been Audi when they were doing services, I'm not sure. Either way, that's coming off, but I already have their Super Duper inlet right here. So I didn't need to order that with the S34, but I believe it's required, so you might have to order it. So we'll be replacing this hose, this box, and I believe we won't need this. So we'll have to remove this little shroud covering here. And if you don't know, in the many other videos that do this, you just press the button in the back of here and pull this up, and then you can basically force this out. Just like that. And just pull it up. Fasteners down here in the corner, kind of little clips. There it goes. Just like that, and that's out. I'm gonna get my screwdriver, flat tip, and loosen this up. Whatever OEM is, you're gonna have to take that out. And with the OEM, you'll have to replace the inlet, the OEM inlet. I got a video on how to do your turbo inlet, and sucking in leaves. Oh, that's, guess that leaf has a new home now. Yes, I do have a upgraded intercooler. It is my Wagner intercooler right here. And it is off of blue, so you can see where things look like they've been through it. If you're doing this from OEM, it's gonna be an Allen key. I'm gonna use a T25 and see if that's the size, I just don't remember. Yep, T25 works. That's it, then I'm gonna remove those two screws. This should come right up, just like that. You're not gonna be reusing this, so I'm just gonna put it over here for now. All right, now that I got it all out, that's simple, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of test fit everything and see if there's any advice I can give you when installing it. My wife came home, dropped off some stuff, leaving it in the M. That's why you buy them nice things, so they don't bother you when you buy nice things. This is what this is supposed to look like, I assume. The bracket in the instructions look like this. It was a little confusing the way they had it set up, but so you'll have the bolt go through there. It's a 3mm Allen key. Then you'll have this, it go into that part, and then the screw go through, and then you have an 8mm nut, and you'll just tighten it all down. It should look like this. And then from this point, you're gonna go ahead and put it in the car. Also, this is where you'll line up and mount the other hardware right there. Once it's in the car, of course. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Oh, it's so dirty in here, but those bottom pieces should line up and go in these holes here, these grommets, and that's what holds it in place. So let's see how that goes. Okay, that was way easier than any of the other box ones that go in there, because you can just take your hand and line it up. This lip right here, you just got to bring it in before you try to line it. So you'll tilt it and then roll it in. And then you just push these down. That was very simple. I'm gonna go ahead and connect to the inlet. A little bit of oil in there. That's normal. Wait, that's a lot of oil in there. Woo! All right, and just to show, they're not the same hoses. This is the one that came with the P34. This is the one that comes with the S. They are not the same hoses. So I actually flipped mine to where my screw was over here instead of over here. It was down here. I don't want it touching against this, so I just flipped that. And then got it on, tighten it. I believe the 034 logo is supposed to be at the top, so I just left it like that to help know which way it's supposed to go. Slid it right through the hole. Now I'm just gonna tighten it down. So I got it through this hole, and now this shape makes sense to me. It was kind of weird at first, but I see is how it goes into here. And then they say like this is supposed to be difficult to install, so I yet to see what's so difficult about it. I'm about to install the coupling in here and install down here and then see how that goes. So I got the coupling installed down here. A couple of things. 034 says you need a 6mm Allen key. That's actually a 5mm for me. So maybe that's a typo. And the bolt back here is not a 8mm. It is a 10mm. So I use a 10mm wrench back here to hold it, and I spun the 5mm Allen key. Don't be like me and put the coupling on, and put the clamp on after you have this connected, because it's hard to get metal through metal. So you'll have to take this apart, wrap it around, and then reconnect it. So I would put this on first. Feels a little weird. Nothing really was hard. The hardest thing was lining up this bolt, but this metal bends a little bit and you can do whatever. That wasn't really the hardest part, getting it through the hole. It was just, getting my finger back here to hold the nut to get it in place to start this screw. But after that, it was easy. So I don't see why people don't want to install this bracket. Like, I don't get it. So next is just the filter, which would slide on like this, and then you would tighten it down. And as you can see, also I could not find my clamp that was supposed to come with. So I took it off of my other intake, because if I have the clamp, it's somewhere around here. I must have dropped it or something. But either way, a clamp is a clamp. And then I'll just loosen this up and slide this over, and my install will be done. All right, so I got it on. I actually flipped this so to be uniformed a little bit. I actually don't really like how this fits, but I'm sure it's probably more or less like I need to twist this tube to get it to line up to look a little better. So I'm gonna loosen these up and twist this to see if I can get it to look a little better with the lineup. This is as far back as it can go because of the lip right here. But other than that, it's pretty much done. So I'm gonna try adjusting this to make this gap look a little better. And then that'll be it. I'll show you some finished pictures. Oh, no, it's not it, because we gotta put the bolt that goes in here to hold this part of the shroud, and then we'll be finished. And just like I thought, when you get these aftermarket ones, they move it from a Torx bit to more of an Allen key. So that's what's gonna go in there. That's what's gonna line up in here. And it'll line up in the hole there, so he's pushing it a little bit. So I'll get that lined up. So this was a 3mm Allen key. It lined up pretty easy, nice and tight. I got it to look a little bit better here, but as long as it's not leaking, I guess. It's probably the way I have this lined up, but I'll have to mess with it another night because I got to go pick up one of my kids. And it's on. Can't wait to hear how it sounds. Very little restriction intake from 034. I'm glad to have carbon fiber back in my engine bay again. Not that anything was wrong with the P34, but just happy to have carbon fiber back. That's all. I need to clean up this engine bay though. These leaves are killing me out here. If you're asking, I did install an ethanol sensor in here. And then that is the 034 high flow fuel pump kit inside of there. Yep, coming along nicely.